Can a simple piece of fruit really be the reason why millions of seniors across the United States wake up to pee at night? It sounds almost silly, doesn't it? But if you're waking up multiple times, not because of pain, not because of stress, but because of your bladder nudging you out of sleep again, the answer might just be in your fruit bowl. And before you start blaming old age or a shrinking bladder, take a breath. Because for thousands of seniors, this isn't about aging at all. It's about something they eat every evening, something they thought was perfectly healthy. Here's the thing, most of us don't realize that bladder sensitivity increases with age. That doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It simply means your body needs a bit more kindness, a bit more care. And often, the small habits we overlook can have the biggest effect on our sleep and well-being. For years, I've worked alongside senior wellness experts, geriatric nutritionists, and older adults who believed they just had to live with it. They thought it was normal to wake up multiple times a night. They accepted it. But when we started looking closely at their bedtime routines, especially what they ate in the evenings, we noticed something surprising. Certain fruits, yes, even the ones labeled as healthy, were quietly disrupting their sleep. If you've ever gotten up in the middle of the night thinking, "Didn't I just go to the bathroom before bed?" Or you've felt frustrated and groggy in the morning, you're not alone. Millions of older adults experience what's called nocturia, the need to urinate more than once per night. And while there are many possible causes, one of the most overlooked is nutrition. Let me ask you this. Have you ever finished dinner and then reached for a bowl of juicy fruit while watching TV or winding down for bed? Maybe watermelon, grapes, a fresh orange, or even a slice of pineapple? Most people assume these are great choices. They're natural. They're low-calorie. They're refreshing. But here's the twist. Some of these fruits are extremely high in water content or acidity, or they contain compounds that irritate the bladder. Others are packed with natural sugars that spike insulin late at night, triggering a hormonal cascade that ends with, you guessed it, a trip to the bathroom. And when that happens, your body doesn't just lose sleep. It also loses its ability to enter the deep, restorative stages of rest that are so crucial for energy, memory, balance, and healing. But here's the good news. Just as some fruits can disturb your sleep, others can support it. That's right. Some fruits actually work with your body to calm the bladder, regulate sleep hormones, and reduce nighttime awakenings. So the goal isn't to give up fruit altogether. It's about being smart with your choices. And we'll get to those choices in just a moment. Before that, I want to reassure you of something important. If you're a senior who wakes up to pee at night, it doesn't mean you've done something wrong. It doesn't mean your body is broken. And it doesn't mean you're stuck this way forever. So many of the seniors I've worked with have seen meaningful changes in just a few days by adjusting their fruit intake and evening habits. I remember one woman, 72 years old, who came to me nearly in tears. She said, "I'm afraid to drink water after 6 p.m. I go to the bathroom 3 times a night. And I'm always so tired the next day." We looked at her routine. She was having a big fruit salad every night after dinner. Grapes, watermelon, and oranges. All fruits with high water or acid content. We swapped those out. We replaced them with sleep-friendly fruits that I'll share with you in the next section. We also added one simple breathing technique before bed. By the 5th night, she called me and said, "I slept through until 5 a.m. That hasn't happened in over a year." Imagine what that kind of sleep could do for you. Waking up refreshed. Feeling steady on your feet. Enjoying the day ahead without that dragging, foggy fatigue. This is what's possible when we listen to our bodies, adjust our habits, and give our bladders a little grace. I'll walk you through 5 fruits that actually support bladder health and promote deeper sleep. These fruits are backed by both science and real-world experience. And they've helped many seniors reduce nighttime bathroom visits, get better sleep, and wake up feeling more like themselves again. These aren't exotic or hard to find. They're everyday fruits that, when eaten in the right way and at the right time, can gently guide your body toward better rest. 1. Bananas. Let's start with a favorite, the banana. This simple fruit is rich in magnesium and potassium, 2 minerals that help your muscles relax, including the smooth muscles of the bladder. That means fewer spasms, fewer urgent feelings, and a calmer night. Bananas also contain tryptophan, a natural precursor to serotonin and melatonin, your body's sleep hormones. When eaten about 1 to 2 hours before bed, a small banana can help the body wind down without causing a sugar spike. For those with sensitive digestion, bananas are gentle on the stomach and low in acid. That makes them a great evening choice. 2. Blueberries. Blueberries may be tiny, but they pack a punch. These antioxidant-rich berries are low in sugar and acidity, making them bladder-friendly. What makes them special is their anti-inflammatory properties, especially in the urinary tract. Inflammation is a big driver of overactive bladder symptoms. When you calm it, you reduce urgency. Plus, blueberries support gut health, which is closely linked to bladder function. Try a small bowl of fresh blueberries as a sweet and smart nighttime snack. 3. Pears. Pears are often overlooked, but they're one of the best choices for bladder sensitivity. They're high in fiber, low in acid, and they don't contain bladder-irritating compounds found in citrus or tropical fruits. Pears digest slowly, helping to regulate blood sugar and keep your body in a restful state through the night. Soft, ripe pears are easy to chew and gentle on digestion. For a cozy bedtime treat, try a few warm pear slices with a sprinkle of cinnamon. 4. Stewed apples. You might be surprised to see apples here, especially since raw apples can cause bloating in some seniors. But when apples are gently stewed, they become easier to digest and even support better elimination. This matters because constipation adds pressure to the bladder. By improving digestion, stewed apples help reduce nighttime urgency. They also create a warm, comforting evening snack. Add a pinch of clove or nutmeg for even more sleep-friendly benefits. 5. Kiwi. This last one might surprise you. Kiwi is one of the few fruits shown in clinical studies to improve sleep quality, especially in older adults. It contains natural serotonin boosters that help regulate your internal clock. Even more, kiwi is low in sugar, low in acidity, and supports digestion. In small amounts, about 1 kiwi 1 hour before bed, it may help you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. Many seniors are skeptical when I mention kiwi, but those who try it often report noticeable results in under a week. Now that we've looked at the best fruits to support a peaceful night's rest, it's time to talk about the fruits that may be secretly working against you. Even though these are considered healthy, when eaten too late in the day, they can create exactly the kind of bladder irritation and urgency we're trying to avoid. Let's start with a common favorite, watermelon. Yes, it's refreshing. Yes, it's hydrating. But it's over 90% water. That's a lot of liquid to process before bed. If you're eating watermelon within 2 to 3 hours of sleeping, you're basically giving your kidneys a big job right when they should be winding down. That often leads to a full bladder and a 2 a.m. wake up. Next is oranges and orange juice. Citrus fruits are acidic, and that acidity can irritate the bladder lining. For people with bladder sensitivity or overactive bladder, this triggers urgency and even pain. Plus, the sugar in orange juice spikes your blood sugar, which messes with your body's natural sleep cycle. Pineapple is another common culprit. While it's loaded with vitamin C and enzymes, it's also high in sugar and bromelain. Bromelain stimulates digestion, which sounds helpful, except when your body should be resting. The digestive activity can increase nighttime urges and restlessness. Then we have grapes. They're sweet, bite-sized, and easy to eat too many of. A handful can quickly become a bowl. Grapes are high in sugar and water, and when you eat a lot of them late in the evening, it adds up fast. More sugar, more liquid, more overnight bathroom visits. And finally, raw apples. Now, you might be surprised to see raw apples on the list of fruits to avoid before bed. After all, apples are often considered the poster child of healthy eating. And it's true, they offer fiber, vitamin C, and a satisfying crunch that many people enjoy. But here's the lesser-known side of the story, especially for older adults. The skin of a raw apple is rich in insoluble fiber, which doesn't break down easily in your digestive system. While this is great for keeping your bowels regular during the day, Eating raw apples in the evening, particularly with the skin, can cause gas, bloating, and slower digestion. When gas builds up in your digestive tract, especially overnight, it creates internal pressure in the abdomen. If you're lying down, this pressure shifts downward, and one of the first things it presses against is your bladder. That gentle but persistent pressure can irritate the bladder wall, making it more likely to signal your brain, time to go, even if there's barely any urine there. So what can you do tonight to protect your bladder and your sleep? Here are 3 quick and effective tips. 1. Cut off fluids early. This is one of the simplest, yet most powerful habits. Aim to stop drinking all fluids, including juicy fruits, at least 2 hours before bed. That gives your kidneys time to process, and your bladder time to empty fully. 2. Wind down with deep breathing. Did you know that stress and anxiety can increase bladder activity? Before bed, try this 60-second calming technique. Inhale deeply for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds, then exhale slowly for 6 seconds. Repeat 5 times. This calms your nervous system and signals your body that it's time to rest. 3. Choose the right herbal tea, if any. If you enjoy a warm drink in the evening, choose corn silk, chamomile, or peppermint tea, but only a small cup, and at least 90 minutes before bed. Avoid green, black, or hibiscus teas. They can stimulate the bladder and keep you up. Now, imagine what your week would look like with better sleep. Waking up with more energy. Feeling steady on your feet. Enjoying mornings without the grogginess or frustration. Many seniors see results in as little as 3 to 7 nights. All from simple swaps and smarter evening routines. You don't have to accept nighttime urination as your new normal. You don't have to dread bedtime. And you certainly don't have to give up fruit. You just have to know which ones to embrace, and which ones to avoid after dinner. So tonight, take a small but meaningful step. Reach for a pear or banana instead of grapes. Give your bladder the peace it needs. Do your 2-minute wind down. And let your body rest. If this helped you, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more senior-friendly health tips. And in the comments, tell us, which fruit are you saying goodbye to tonight? Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.